I've heard this song, where I work several times now, and I have to fight from falling asleep while on the job every time I hear it. It just makes time creep, I say. Creep by at the tread of molasses. Way too bright and hollow. After that, another single comes on, and it's the one with Justin Creeper, called Next to You. Next to you. More like in front of me and lips stucking in your little BB teeth. The lyricism here is definitely a treat. You've got that smile that only heaven can make. I'll pray to God every day that you keep that smile. You pray to God that said person keeps a smile on their face. How can you do that, Chris? Now that you've made yourself look like a complete lunatic twice, I bet most women are going to be extra leery around you. And without even investing into mainstream culture, I must say that I've seen at least a handful of guys more eligible than you. Yeah. You are my dream, you are my dream. There's not a thing I won't do. I'll give my life up for you. 'Cause you are my dream. Way to be repetitive here, Bieber. Damn, if these executives are going to make these children into superstars and celebrities, at least make sure they are competent writers. Because, how uninspired can you sound? The chorus is a big cascade of cliché, as it goes. One day when the sky is falling, I'll be standing right next to you. Right next to you. Nothing will ever come between us. 'Cause I'll be standing right next to you. Right next to you. I've heard that phrase used over a dozen times in song lyrics, the sky is falling. That's not cosmologically possible, for one thing. Second, I don't know why you wouldn't do anything else, except stand next to the next girl you're going to beat. Are you at least going to try and transport her to shelter where the walls and ceiling are barricaded with silicone rubber? And are you sure nothing at all will go between you and her? What if you cheat on her with a subway rat? If you had my child, yodel-a-yop, you would make my life complete. Yodel-a-yop, just to have your eyes on little me. That'd be mine forever. Ooh, seriously? Yodel-a?
Yes, nothing like a good yodel before bed.
Yodeling? Clearly, Chris Brown can't think of a better way to even compliment his subpar lyricism, hence why he and other entertainers like himself are resorting to the referencing of camp songs and nursery rhymes. And what a joy it is to hear Justin Bieber's nasally, kiddish tone behind Chris's. This whole song is a wishy-washy bore-fest. Cheap, plasticky, not seductive at all. All back is a song with shitty little guitar strumming, and one-dimensional songwriting. It's so bad, I just wish I could hear the sound of a crossbow deploying right in his open windpipe. How can anybody tune into this and quote-unquote get in the mood? The melodies are all broken and half-hearted. Nonetheless, identical to the others. Then he makes up stupid analogies, as in making a girl, like Rihanna, I guess, come so hard that she squirts under the blanket. That's all you can think to say, Chris. The song is so slow, and there's another fucking rapper featured. In case you didn't catch on yet, the insertion of these guest rappers does not derive excitement from me. Maybe from the herd. But not I. So, it's at this point that all the songs begin to feel overly long. Wet to Bed is awfully slow, and using wet to bed as an analogy for making a girl come very hard just sounds ridiculous. Like how Look at Me Now steals from Bomberman's score. The next song, All My Love, steals left and right from just about every game made by Sunsoft and Konami. Squaresoft? Probably. It's not really about the lyrics or the singing with this one. The way it's constructed makes it sound most appropriate for a New York dance club. The second to last song is Should Have Kissed You. Should have kissed you. Here's what you should do. Get a pillow, a blanket, and an alarm clock. I've never listened to a song more boring and unstimulating. Just think of how Capita's fans must be to get enjoyment out of this. Beautiful People is another one of the singles. It has those weird, albeit boring synths that sound like they are sounding off from metal boxes. They are in a lot of songs, like for LMFAO, the Black Eyed Peas. And Kesha, too. Yeah. Beautiful, stupid people. In fact, the preceding song is actually the definition of idiocracy. After Beautiful People, there's about 4 bonus tracks which were released on the deluxe edition. Why not just include them as main songs? Beautiful People sounds way too awkward to be counted as a closing track. That 4th bonus track, Beg For It, is much more fitting to be the actual closing song. At least it's more like an actual song. The first one of those songs is Bomb, which is as happy as it is stupid sounding. It's quite annoying, all around. The lyrics are shitty, and halfway through the song, you can hear this guy, best rapper, whatever he is, with the most retarded laugh I've heard from somebody in a while. Rock, paper, scissors is first graders' poetry. The basis of the lyrics or the analogy, to phrase it more accurately, is not really the reasoning one with a full education would. Is you crazy? Did you lose it? Are you stupid? Are you foolish? Girl, I'm the only one like me on the planet. It don't take rocket science to understand it. Are these really the lyrics? Well, yes, Chris. There is nobody else in your realm of stardom who has squandered so much opportunity and integrity by the actions that you have enacted. You paper, scissors, rock my world, girl, am I the one you playing? This is the pickup line in the disposal of inebriated stroke patients. You paper, scissors, rock my world, girl. That word sequence is not even correct for that term. It's so juvenile. It's such a displeasure to hear. I'd rather be playing rock, paper, scissors as a child in the lunch line at school, or even in those lousy Alex Kidd games Sega used to release in the late 80s. If I were a girl, and Chris Brown were singing this to me, I'd do nothing other than laugh right in his Neanderthalic degenerate face. The whole song is one of his most lyrically repetitive that I've witnessed. That best rapper verse is probably even worse, but I hope to analyze it or any more lyrics from this album of mainstream recycle, hair and fecal matter. Rock, paper, scissors. Jeez Louise, just fucking retire. Oh my, what a damningly terribly listening experience this was. It's so strange, I could faintly hear Rihanna on a few tracks, although she's not credited anywhere on this release at all. The person who I'm actually hearing goes by the name of 7 Streeter. Never heard of the bitch in my life. It's another one of those albums with a gross amount of people trying to put one song together, and the one whose name is under the product hardly makes a contribution to the music, other than the vocals. I've mentioned it before. The bottom line is that Chris Brown is a total asset. Just look at what he's wearing on Larry King. He's pretty much missing a red nose and a rainbow wig, because that's totally how a clown would dress. And in another interview with him on Good Morning America, just 3 or 4 days after he released this album, he stormed off on a live set, breaking a window in the process. There are plenty of other stars who have been on that morning show, none of who never had a little temper tantrum. Geez, it's even a nightmare to listen to him talk. Go and watch that interview yourself, while it's still on YouTube. Half of what he says is indiscernible. And nobody's questioning whether he's on speed or anything. For crying out loud, musicians who use drugs like Trent Reznor, or better yet, Phil Anselmo, have never had problems simply speaking during an interview. There's something quite wrong with these R&B singers, James Brown included. Newsflash, Christopher. Your relationship to Rihanna was open to the public. Everybody knows you guys, and doing something like giving her a black eye and shit is why you were convicted and had to do community service. To anyone with a brain, this should ring more important than some carbon copy album of what you've already produced. They are going to ask about it and mention it. Get over it. F.A.M.E by Chris Brown is one of the worst albums of the decade so far. I just can't tell whether it's as bad as or worse than the 3 other albums I've reviewed from this decade. Chris Brown should be charged and thrown in jail again for the release of his 4th studio Turd Cancer. F.A.M.E.